Your greatest superpower as an indie author. Hi, I'm Preston Squire, and every Monday morning I post one of these little inspirational videos for my fellow indie authors. Today we're talking about your superpower that you have as an indie author that can help you to succeed. This morning I was talking with my wife, and the discussion came around to the first Iron Man movie. Now, don't worry, you don't need to have watched a single MCU movie, including Iron Man, to get this reference. So, but we all know now that Marvel is a huge, mega juggernaut in Hollywood. But they didn't start off that way. And when we look back at how they started, they made a couple key errors right off the bat. So, when they're starting to shoot Iron Man, which, keep in mind, this is their first movie. They hadn't made any billion-dollar movies yet. This is the first movie they're ever making as a studio. They're unproven. Iron Man is an unknown IP. And this is all a huge risk. Their very first hire for that movie was Terrence Howard, who had just gotten an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. And they signed him on for, I believe it was $8 million, might have been $11 million, something like that. And then later on, after much internal controversy, they hired the, at that point, unhireable Robert Downey Jr. to be Tony Stark. And we all know the story from there. But everyone else got paid less than the starring role, except, of course, Terrence Howard, who is making significantly more. And in retrospect, they realized that they had totally overpaid him for that role, and they weren't really too pleased with his performance in that role, probably considering the amount he was getting paid. And so the role was subsequently recast to Don Cheadle for Iron Man 2 and every movie after that. Similarly, the original Hulk movie, and it's still the only Hulk movie Marvel's produced to date, they cast Edward Norton as Bruce Banner. And that proved to also be a casting error, as they had a fallout, and Edward Norton was subsequently recast by Mark Ruffalo, who we all know and love as Bruce Banner now. What's my point? My point is, early going, they made some mistakes. But what did they do? They didn't just live with those mistakes. They didn't just keep Terrence Howard and Edward Norton despite issues that they had with them. They recast and moved on. So how does this apply to you as an indie author? Well, one of the biggest issues I see indie authors make are issues with their cover design, issues with their titling, issues with their marketing, or issues with the book themselves. But your superpower as an indie author is all of that is in your power to control and change at any time. If you're traditionally published, whatever goes out is out, and that's it, it's done. It's got a bad cover, bad title, bad interior, like structurally the story's bad. Too bad. You can't redo it. You have no say in the matter. But as an indie author, you totally have say. You can totally go and change that cover anytime. You can totally go and rewrite that book anytime. You can even change the title. Now, it's a little more complex, yes, because you have to create a new ISBN and basically relaunch the book. But it's totally in your control. That's your secret superpower that can lead you to success. Because even if you start off on a bad foot, even if you make some mistakes early on, and I did it, my first cover that I put out, horrendous, but changed it. And over the years, I've kept improving it and got it professionally done, and changed the title several times. So, point is, That's your superpower. Don't be afraid to use it. Don't feel like just because you put out a book and it's not selling right now, that it's hopeless. The fact is, you can change it at any time. You can change your cover, you can change your title, you can change the book itself, and you can change your marketing tactics at any time to get a fresh start and to launch that book into the stratosphere. Just one of my books, by changing the title and the cover, I increased sales 3,600%. No, you heard that right. 3,600% increase in sales by relaunching it with a new title and cover. Same book, same interior. Didn't change anything about what the book was about. Just how I titled it and the cover design, 3,600% change in sales. So don't be afraid to use that superpower. Yeah, I'm going up a hill. That's why I'm puffing a bit here. Don't be afraid to use your superpower. And don't feel like just because you started off on the wrong foot means that you're now stuck with it. If Marvel can make those changes, so can you. That's my word for today. If you like this message, hit the like button, subscribe, as I post these every Monday, and I'll see you next Monday. God bless.